Hey, welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid, roles could be reversed. Interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also, know on this channel, I like to dive deep. So I look at everything, but we take more time to look at the spiritual blocks of shadows, see how they play out as karmic themes along with everything else. So the readings tend to be just a little bit longer. And if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you have to be open to a shadow reading because a lot of the reading is going to be that. And you have to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word of the video in your comment bar. The word of the video is always on the first card that I pull out. It's the underlining energy that tells me why everyone's doing what they do. All right. Anything of any importance, by the way, or relevance to the channel, you can find in the description box. Check out my shadow healing coaching program if you are someone that is in need of shadow healing. My shadow healing coaching program incorporates inner child healing, shadow healing, reparenting, and all the healing modalities to heal the effects of trauma. That's really important because, again, when we live in survival mode, we condition our nervous system and we become reactionary and we tend to be more on autopilot. And there's physical, psychological, and spiritual imbalances when we stay at that level of consciousness. So, again, in order to heal, we have to recondition. And the way to do that is to stay consistent. It's to understand how to stay spiritually clean. And that is by healing. And that's taking time to, again, do shadow healing every week. I also came out with an oracle system for healing the effects of psychic trauma. And this oracle system teaches you how to deepen your meditation and reflection practices, teaches you how to do psychic readings, and obviously shadow healing. Over 75 different healing exercises. And again, bunch of different oracle spreads from everything from how to break karmic contracts to how to break ancestral karma and a lot of other good stuff. So you definitely want to check it out. And the cards are beautiful, as you can see, such nice colors and just beautiful, 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 colorful cards that are nice and big. I like large cards. I just do. Anyway, let's check it out. Let's see what the word of the video is. I want to thank you all, by the way, for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. Keep them coming. Keep giving me the love. I need it. I need it. I just lost my husband, so you guys need to give me extra love. I'm a highly sensitive that's a little needy, so you have to give me love. All right, let's see what the word of the video is. It is maliciousness, the opposite of love. Oh, I feel like you're in connection with somebody that every connection that they have ever been in is always turned toxic. It's always been a one-up you game. And I feel like this person reacted to something that you said, that they took it out of context. And then instead of them being able to ask you and talk about what you said that triggered them like an adult, this person decided to not talk to you, decided to ghost you, decided to talk to everyone else, though, made sure that you knew, decided to act as if you were insignificant. And then when they didn't get a response, I feel like they blocked you off a lot of stuff. And just, again, made it like you were not important. And so you don't conduct your relationships this way. So I feel like when they did that, you didn't chase after this person. This person wanted you to chase after them. They wanted to feel justified. That's not what happened. What happened is that you went about your business. And that's why this person continued to play the wait game. They thought for sure that you were going to come back to them. So now I feel like they want to come back, but they know that they were an ass. They were not nice. They were deliberately malicious. And they were malicious because they were not reacting from actually what happened. They were reacting from their trained behavior. And their trained behavior is to be nasty. And nasty when, again, people question them on anything, when anybody points out a flaw. And I feel like you weren't really pointing out a flaw. You were mentioning like how I feel like you didn't really feel connected to this person the way that you felt like you could. Like you felt like there's a soul connection there, and you felt like this person's attracted to you, but they weren't giving you quality time. They weren't giving you any time. And I feel like you were trying to make suggestions of what you guys might be able to do together. And this person got triggered, saw it as you were controlling them. And again, thought that you were toxic. But now I feel like they've reflected on what has happened, and they see that really that they reacted to, again, what wasn't happening, but what has happened in the past. So again, just trained behavior. Thing is, it's a very low vibrational frequency when someone is malicious. It means they're going out of their way to be mean, to be hurtful. And I feel like being now that you've been in separation from this person, I'm feeling like now they're really mad, where before it's like they did what they did. They got triggered by something that you said, somehow in their mind thought for whatever reason that you were going to come back and talk to them, possibly because again they blocked you, thought that it would bother you. It didn't bother you. So now I feel like this person is mad because it's almost like you didn't come back to fix it. So it's almost like, what do you think, you're better than me? That is almost the energy. So it's at first they felt bad about what happened, but they never came back and apologized. They never extended the olive branch to you. They never did anything. They just sat there and waited. And then I think that this person really thought that you were going to, say, hey, why did you block me? Or like, what, you were the one that was mean to me, and now you're blocking me. That's what they wanted you to say. And instead you were like, I don't care. That's how this person took it. So again, I feel like what this really comes down to is that your person doesn't really feel connected to anyone. It's like they feel like a misfit. And I feel like, yeah, there's a spiritual connection, but this person overthinks. And because they always overthink, they get in their own way and they don't really feel like they fit in anywhere. So unless you're really laying it on thick to this person, really overgiving or abandoning yourself, this person doesn't feel content in the relationship. They're on a much lower vibrational frequency. They're very immature again. And it's because they don't feel, again, that they fit in anywhere. So instead, they decide to be played like, I'm going to be the rebel. I'm going to act like I don't care. Again, this is why once they blocked you, they couldn't come back and apologize. It's like, oh no, I'm going to act like I don't care. I'm going to act as if, when you confront me, like it's not really a big deal. But that's actually what you did to this person. When they blocked you, when they walked away from you, you acted like you didn't care. So that's why they're mad. It's like I said, because I feel like there's really feelings there, and they feel guilty about what they did. And they thought, well, if I could at least get you to react like really mad and like act like an asshole, then I could say that it's your fault. I could twist things around and be manipulative, and maybe worst case scenario, I don't feel bad because I just, you just showed me an ugly side of you, so I can then justify what I did. Best case scenario, we start to argue, but then I can calm you down, and maybe you'll give me the time of day again. And it's like, but it's like this person is a risk to themselves. And and that's really what it is. This person doesn't like, they don't think. They tend to live in their imagination. They're because they're never really coming from their true self. They're always strategizing, and they always think that they're 10 steps ahead. So because I feel like they play games with people. They play games in order to get what they want. And then if they don't get what they want, they tend to twist things around and make it look like it's the other person's fault. And they create a spectacle within that person's life. Where again, they're reckless. But they're reckless because they let their like rage and their malicious behavior take over because they get triggered. And they get triggered because they don't really feel as if they fit in anywhere. They don't really feel like they could ever really have a relationship. And that's because every relationship that they're in, they create, it becomes a trauma bond. It becomes a very toxic war zone because they do what they want. The one up you game is that it's very malicious. It's you're going to try to hurt me, so then I hurt you worse until like we're back and forth and you have to sleep with one eye open, where it's almost like this person loves the drama. They love that chaos. They continue to create it because they don't treat people right. So the little stunt that they did with you, with stonewalling you and blocking you, and meanwhile they just reacted because they weren't grounded, because they're used to behaving recklessly within relationships, because what they care about is winning. They care about control, and they care about what it looks like, with their ego. And so like, feel like this person tended to tends to think that everyone's their enemy. It's again, and they tend to confront everyone on everything. They question everything. They have major trust issues. And the thing is, God forbid you confront them on how they treat you. It's like, and you're making them feel bad, trying to make them feel bad, trying to guilt them, trying to shame them, is how that they see it. Again, everything is heard through the wound. Everything is perceived through their wound, where this person is extremely wounded because every relationship is about dominance, control, and control to the point of, I own you, and then after I own you, if it doesn't work out, I'm going to ruin you. And again, lashing out at others, everyone is their enemy. And again, being led by their anger, the rage that's inside. When people are malicious and they always have to they can never forgive, they can never just look the other way on things, and they have to always look at everything as if it's an attack. That everything is again heard through the wound. Everything is heard as if that you're saying you're inadequate, there's something wrong with you, you're not good enough. And so this person gets angry, and then I don't want to say like attack, but it's almost like they've strategized. They're continually strategized to think like, how can I hurt you? How can I debilitate you? How can I teach you a lesson? And like I said, you didn't even say anything wrong. I feel like this person reacted and they stonewalled you and they stayed away. And really, how does a person get depleted? A person, like when you're connected to someone, if a person doesn't give you any energy, if they don't acknowledge you, what they're doing is they're spiritually trying to crush you, act like you don't matter. And that's what this person was trying to do. And that's why, again, even though what you did wasn't bad, it's This person hasn't done any of their healing. So every little thing that they would hear is always going to be through that wound. And because again, it's all about them pretending that they're perfect. See, that's what it is. When a person has shame, they feel the need to create the persona that they're perfect. They get into a relationship with someone that they put on a pedestal, which this person did put you on a pedestal. However, it's that you were not being treated that way. And so I feel like you said something to this person, and instead of them having a conversation, they reacted, and they reacted in a way where they gave you less. They deliberately made it as if you were asking for something that was too much. And it's because, again, they reacted. And what they heard is, you're not treating me well, you're not good enough, and made this person shame. So again, the mask slips. And when the mask slips, that's when again you see this nasty energy. It's like, well, you make me feel bad, now I'm going to make you feel bad. And that's the one-up-you game. And so I feel like with this person's energy, you probably be like, I don't trust this person at all. It makes you feel not safe because you don't know what you're dealing with. It's like I'm dealing with somebody that supposedly cares about me, but they wanna punish me because everything, like I said, that they hear is just distorted. So when you're with them, it's like you're tired. You're tired of living the illusion that this was going to be perfect. And I feel like this person, like, they're a good talker. They're a good talker. And I feel like they live the illusion themselves, their own life. So then connecting to you, they create the illusion that theirs is going to be the perfect life for us. Because again, there's a soul connection. We like the same things. I want what you want, but it wasn't true. It wasn't. You were tired of being let down because this person says one thing, but then you're in a relationship with them and that's not how they're performing. And then when you call them out on it, they see you as you're confronting, but really then they confront you where they lash out at you because you're making them feel inadequate. And then they act like they don't care. Again, where I feel like this person drinks a lot. I feel like they just reckless behavior, reckless because they don't really believe that they could be loved. They have shame. Everything is heard through that wound. So what they do, again, like I said, they stonewall you. It's again, silence, not talking to you, ignoring you, making you feel insignificant, making what your concerns, things that are important, when just having a conversation saying, hey, this is what I need out of a relationship. If I'm going to be in a relationship with you, this person again sees it as an attack, sees it as confronting. Possibly because they don't really want to do all that either, I feel like. I feel like this person is used to getting away with not doing anything. They strategize, they manipulate, and they play games in order to not to. With you, they actually feel like they are giving more. The problem is that they are too reactionary from too many bad relationships that they have trauma from. And trauma, a lot of that trauma that they caused themselves because there was repercussion when you play the one-up-you game. It's that, someone got so angry, a few of their partners got so angry that, again, they didn't just flatten them, they ruined their business. They've lost, I feel like they've lost a ton of money over the years. They've lost things such as any equity that they had because they had to sell it. So they lost their money, they've lost resources, they've lost respect due to the type of relationships that they have. So they are angry. And so this person, everything, like I said, that they hear is not really based on what's happening in the present moment. It's based on what did happen. And what did happen has never really been looked at. It hasn't been reflected on. It hasn't been integrated. So again, this person, in order to feel safe, feels that they need to control the relationship. And that means by force, because the one-up-you game is all about force. It's actually it's a scare tactic because but this person, I feel like, is addicted to that. And a lot of people that grow up in survival mode, they tend to be addicted to that survival mode when a person lives in that fight flight where they're releasing cortisol, they're releasing epinephrine into their bloodstream, and it's that it gives them like a hit, almost like a dopamine hit, where they're addicted to drama and they don't really feel like anyone could really love them. So unless the person gets so angry and rageful, well, then it's all about the drama. And then it stirs up this fake passion. And that's what you have a trauma bond. You have a person that you love hates, and one that's all about control. And this is what this person feels is normal. And if you're not going to play along, they're going to stonewall you. Well, then I'm going to act like you're insignificant. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to ignore you. And so it's real toxic, low vibrational energy. And it is because this person has not done any shadow healing at all. And this energy usually does not just happen. It's usually a person grows up in an environment where they watched this type of relationship. And then because neither one of their parents could be there for them, they have mommy issues, they have daddy issues. So unless, you're going to mother this person and father this person and, be that person that makes them appear to be strong to the outside world, but to you, they're not going to give you anything because you're too busy doing for them. Well, this is what a trauma bond is, that emotionally, they are not going to show up for you. Financially, they'll pay for stuff. Financially, they'll give you, but you're not going to get the love. You're not going to get the nurturing because this person has major intimacy issues. And they have major intimacy issues because, hey, they've never done any of their healing. So when a person has only been in these toxic one-up-you game type relationship, the trauma bond, there's a sense of going into the relationship and not being 100% transparent, not giving. So again, it's another tactic to have control, because emotionally, if they're not in as deep, so their mojo is to try and get you to emotionally give a lot. And that's through, again, dominance by control. And I feel like that shit just didn't work for you. You were just like, I'm not doing this. This is total toxic. And again, whatever expectations that I had about you, I was disappointed. And that said this too. Look, this had it too. I feel like you kind of put this person on a pedestal because whatever they showed you was an illusion. And that's what it said here. It was an illusion, and you let yourself down because, again, it was a lie, because, again, you had expectations. And so this person, again, you didn't know who you were dealing with, is what it looks like. It's like, I feel like they made a lot of promises and then they sat back and watched you give and to do and always had an excuse of why it wasn't happening. And it was like they wanted you to invest a lot so that you would grow an emotional connection to them. And so that you wouldn't be so secure to walk away from them once you didn't get anything, is what I feel like. Where again, the mask, all illusions, whatever this person pretended to be. And I feel like for some, they pretended to have a better job, actually have a job. Some pretended that they really, really had feelings and that they were going to do this with you and that with you, and that they wanted the same type of relationship as you. Like none of it was true. This person was attracted to you. They have, yes, a spiritual connection to you, but they're not spiritual. They're not evolved. So they don't really understand a spiritual connection. So they're not going to honor the connection at all. They're not evolved enough. So you may say, so why would spirit bring this person into my life? That, I mean, what we see here is this person played a lot of games. They wanted, again, they wanted you to give to them, but they were not ready to give to you at all. And I feel like it's mainly just because they could. They could. Let's go a little bit deeper and see what they're going to do, or if there's any more knowledge about what else that they did, or the mask, or what. Don't listen to other people. Trust yourself to know the truth. So I feel like there's a part of you that already knows. So I don't think that you're going to be listening to someone else. And I think that your person doesn't really trust themselves. Obviously, they created this whole facade and illusion, and now they're seeing that this connection is so it's the worst that it's ever been. You're as far away from this person that you're not coming back, and really all they did was waste time. So there's a sense of like, if you have feelings for me, it's like, come back. Surrender brings us closer together than resistance. So this is all about, I feel like, your person. You show up in my dreams. It helps me process buried memories. So again, there is a spiritual connection, but this person has a big ego. They're not secure. So if they ask other people, they're still not going to feel secure, because again, they're basing all their relationships on their past experiences. So I feel like part of them doesn't know what to do within this. Part of them feels like if you ask any of your friends, they're going to totally tell you not to be with them. And I feel like because that's happened, you may say, after they treated me like shit, why would I be with them? Understand that's the dynamic of the relationships that they create. That's the drama. It's that they pull in other people's friends that they date, say something to this person because they play the one-up you game. So they create a lot of drama within people's lives when they're with them. They cry, they go to their friend's house. They, if they don't cry, they go to their friend's house and they vent. It's everybody knows, because it's not it's not a relaxed type relationship, and it's not because this person, there's something wrong with this person, and it's due to the fact that they like that type of connection. They like the drama. They like creating drama in other people's lives. This person is not happy. They're full of anger. They're full of rage due to what has happened and what has transpired in their life, in their relationship. They don't not care about what's happened with you. They don't care. What they care is that, your property, and you give them what they want. They're very selfish. And it's because, like I said, at this point, they don't really believe that they can have a relationship. So it's not that they don't want love. It's not that they don't feel a spark, but this person's not evolved. As twin flames, we are here to ascend and help others to do the same. So again, this person feels as if you're, again, a twin flame because they can't walk away from you. But they don't like that. Like, again, this person hasn't been healed a lot. So again, you come into this person's life to help them surrender to unconditional love, to help them look at their wounds, to help them to evolve, to ascend into a higher state of consciousness, which is shift out of their anger and rage and resentment and into love. They're not doing that. They feel the connection, but they're not evolved enough. However, this connection could have still helped you evolve. I would say that this person's more of a fake twin flame because they're not ready to do the work. They're more of a karmic mate that you felt at one time was a twin flame because there was a strong connection. But if the person continues to sabotage and they never heal themselves and they never ascend, well, then they're not a real twin flame. A twin flame, again, is ready to do the work. It's that a real twin flame surrenders their ego, steps into the divine counterpart. Yes, there's a runner and a chaser, that this person like has a lot of baggage that has not been dealt with. And so they're full of rage and anger and resentment where all they want is control. And the fact that you're not really being affected by them is making them angry, is making them more angry. Because again, that shit all needs to come out and needs to be looked at first. And until it's really this person's ready to look at it, they're going to just bleed on everybody. And again, they don't care. They don't care who it is. It's all about them. Again, this person is going to tell you that they're listening to their higher self, that they're, again, going to let their spirit listen to their spirit. But I feel like that's because you're going to walk away. You've walked away from them and they know it. So there's a part of this person because you've walked away. It's, they know that they can't handle things the same way. I think that they haven't done enough healing to be able to change their trait. Again, this is regular behavior. The same reason, the same way that this person got triggered and reacted, that was automatic behavior from all their past relationships. Being in a relationship with this person, there's still automatic behavior just because they might realize, well, I really do have a connection and feelings for you. And now I'm going to listen to my intuition. Their natural way is not to listen to the higher self. Their natural way is to listen to their ego. And I feel as if they may have moments of listening to their intuition. Yeah, because this person's lonely. Again, they're lonely, they're closed off. And really, you've kept them apart from you. They're lonely, they're detached. It's like this time they are reflecting, so they are going away because again, you've kept them apart from you. And they're lonely, they do miss you because you've had to remove yourself. So they're starting to reflect on things now. And that's because, like I said, I feel like when you're going to see this person and you're not going to recognize them. So they have hit rock bottom. But I still feel like they still wouldn't really know how to treat you. Yeah, they know that they have to extend themselves. They know that they need to be, and again, self-improvement. They're doing, again, reflection. See, the reflection, so they are doing their healing. They are, again, the self-improvement. And they know if they're going to come to you, they have to extend themselves, that they have really, that's the issue. They never gave anything. They treated you as if you, again, didn't matter. They stonewalled you because you weren't, they reacted negatively to something that you didn't even say or do. And then they wanted you to come back and apologize. You didn't do that. They felt bad. They knew that they should have extended themselves. They didn't. And so now it's like they're seeing where they went wrong. They're seeing where they went wrong. And there's no, that again, they're gonna have to put effort in. They're like, again, seeing I have to give effort now. I'm going to have to like watch the way that I approach you. Again, it's not gonna, you're not, they know they're not going to, that you're not gonna just let them come back. It's gonna take effort and a few times, like repetition, okay? That they're really going to have to put a lot of effort in to get back into your good graces, but they're doing the reflection of the fact that I feel like that they lost control. That it's, and they lost control because they really expected that you were going to come back to them, but meanwhile, they knew that it was them. Yeah, they need their inner child healing, but they want to fix the relationship. Okay, they want to fix the relationship, inner child healing. It's like I feel like there really is like a connection that they feel. It's just they let their anger and their resentment and their control take over because again, they're used to playing the one-up game. So now that you completely removed yourself, like you said, they see that they were stubborn. They were stubborn. They have inner child healing. And really, they just do feel that connection to you. Again, that inner child healing. Yeah, they're determined to fix it. They are determined, okay? They're determined to fix the connection. And so they're gonna come back. I feel like they're in that reflection, they're in this healing phase, but it's because they're flattened, they're not liking their life. They see that the way that they played this is not the way that they should have, and they still have feelings. They see that they got caught up in their anger, they got caught up in their rage. But it's like this person, like I said, really wants to give you the affection. They really want to give loyalty because they have a broken heart. They did it to themselves. So expect communication. But they had to destroy the relationship in order for them to like really come to a place of looking at their action. They saw what they did, they weren't willing to fix it. And now they're like, they created so much time and they see that they got caught up in their anger. They got caught up in their past relationships. So we can see. So let's end this reading with saying, well, what some of you guys are going to take this person back. Some of you people aren't. I feel like the majority of you are probably just going to hear this person out and then see what they do. I feel like I would play our conversations over and over. So I feel like this is something that still has affected you. I'm reminiscing. So I feel like that's this person. Yeah, you are the first thing on my mind when I wake up in the morning. So, I mean, when I ask about you, it says that you guys are, again, are still in contact and like there's still a connection. So again, don't shoot the messenger because I believe that this is a collective reading. So not all of you guys are going to take this person back, especially after how they treated you. But if it's a real soulmate twin flame, this person is doing the reflection work and they're ready to step into that divine counterpart, even though they were not that person when you met them. So, but when I ask again in this story, it's like I'm afraid of losing you. You're the first thing on my mind. And again, when I ask about you, so I think that if it is a soulmate twin flame, you can't help it. You're like, I know this person wasn't great to me, but I still have those feelings. I still think about them every day. I still like, I can't help who I love. So like I said, they're coming back. And so we ask spirit, well, should you handle that? And what I would say is let them back in slowly with boundaries. Make sure that you have a lot of other passions in your life. That doesn't mean people, it means hobbies, interests. You can't give all of yourself. They can't come back the same way that you know, that they were to you. People get comfortable and they fall back into habit. And this is what you know. And that's not going to be in the cards. You have to teach a person how you want to be treated. And this person doesn't know how because they played the one-uppy game. So remember, that's still going to be a behaviorism. You're still going to need to be able to talk things out, action. And again, it's going to be like, it depends on this person's action. I would say you need to watch what they do, because it's the divine action which will ignite the love and the harmony between you. You need to see that they're willing to put the time in and really put effort in, that they're not just coming back because, again, you took your energy away, and that they're going to put in minimal effort. Like I said, they can't come back the same way that they had left before they were in, which was giving the minimum. So they have to put in action. And again, return to the heart. Again, the relationship really is a divine one to help you come back to the heart. So even though this person triggered you in the beginning, and vice versa, it was to help clear whatever is blocking your heart chakra, because there really is unconditional love here. And really, again, once you left, this person really was forced to be like, it's everything that I did. I was the toxic one. They thought you were toxic, but they were forced to look at their actions where they wouldn't be before, and they wouldn't have done that if they wasn't feelings there. But so the relationship is all about returning to love. So we have to say again, why did you attract this person into your life? And I can guarantee that it's going to also be because of safety and security. These are your inner child wounds. So again, being loved, nurtured, having that emotional security. This person definitely did not make you feel safe. If anything, the one-uppy game makes you feel not safe. Like not being able to be transparent in your relationship makes you not feel safe. So again, but what you're taught is safety and security comes from making yourself strong, right? And if this person's not giving you, you gave to yourself, you walked away. That's again what this person did not expect, because they're not used to dealing with people on a higher vibration. They're used to playing the one-uppy game. So innocence, and I feel like, I actually feel like that was a gift here, is that, people tend to not take things, a lot of times when you're innocent, you're only coming from a place of unconditional love. So you didn't respond back, you didn't retaliate back, which again, this person wasn't used to. Once you didn't retaliate back and you just walked away, it was almost like they didn't know what to do with that energy. They need that in order. So again, what was left was that they felt like an asshole, and they had to look at their behavior, and they also had to still see that they had feelings for you, and that weren't going to come back unless they changed. Misunderstood, where again, this person definitely misunderstood you because they were listening to everything through their wound. Nevertheless, it still made you feel as if you're like, okay, like, are you not understanding me? I'm still not connecting to you. And so again, it was all about coming back to yourself, giving yourself that security and that safety. And that was to detach from this person, to protect your heart, to be in the energy that's going to, again, fill your heart And that's by doing what you love, connecting to people that are going to nurture you so that you weren't really affected by this person at all. And that is what made this person have to look at their life and look at their behavior and see again that this you didn't react the way that they wanted you to react, so they had to look at their behavior, and that made them feel bad about themselves. It made them again do the reflection work, because in the end they saw that it didn't create a lot of drama. So even though they were kind of addicted to that drama and they wanted that with you, they're actually seeing how you just walking away and how like it didn't turn into that, and how you reacted, I feel like is actually one of the reasons why this person wants to come back into your life, because they're like, I still have feelings and I see I could actually have a different type of relationship. Doesn't always have to get that toxic. I don't always need to do the one-uppy game. And if anything, they feel bad. They feel bad. See, they couldn't put the shit back onto you. See, if you would have reacted the way that they wanted to, then it would have justified, but they couldn't do that. So in the end, if it's a twin flame soulmate relationship, well, again, this person is coming back to surrender their ego. And maybe for you, it's about learning forgiveness and boundaries and balance and teaching a person how you wanted to be treated, even though there is unconditional love here. Because in this story, these two people want to be together. I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. You let me know how you resonated. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.